Hey, what's up guys? This is my tutorial on the linear search algorithm, also known as the sequential search algorithm. And it's one of the really basic searching algorithms. I'll be writing it in Python, but I'll include it in some other languages in the description below. So first, what is a linear search? A linear search is a search that checks each element of an array and returns the index of a target value that we're looking for in the array. So we're going to go over to my paint that I have over here so I can give just a more in-depth explanation of what the linear search is actually doing. So I have an array over here that I just put random numbers in, and I also included the index of each element of the array right below it. So for the linear search, we're going to need a target, which is a number that we're looking for in the array. And I'm going to just say we're looking for 9. So what the linear search does is it looks at the very first element and it checks if it's equal to 9. And 1 is not equal to 9, so it goes to the next element and checks that. And it sees that 3 is not equal to 9. So now it checks 5, and it keeps on going on through the array until it finds that 9 is equal to 9. And then it'll return the index or the location of where 9 occurs in that array, and that's 4. So now that we understand what the linear search is actually doing, I'm going to go back over to my code editor and we're going to write the code for the linear search algorithm. So first we're just going to write out a function for it. So def linear search, and it's going to take two parameters. First is an array, so we have an array to look through, and I'm going to just call the second variable target, which is the value that we're looking for. So now we know that we have to go through each element of the array, and we can do that really easily with just a loop. And I'm going to use a for loop because we know exactly how long an array would be with built-in function len, so we don't need a while loop. I'm in range length of the array. So now we have a for loop looping through the length of the array. And what we're going to do first is we're going to check if the first element is equal to our target value. So we can do that with the conditional, and it's going to be our target is equal to the first element in the array, which is I. And if it is equal, we can return the index, which would be I. And else, we'll just keep on going through the array, so we don't need else here. And if we don't find it through the entire array, at the end of the for loop, we can do return -1. And -1 basically means it's not found. It's just a number outside of the index. And that's the linear search algorithm. It's pretty short and simple, and we can go ahead and test it out. But first I'm just changing some of the spacing here so it looks a little better. And yeah, let's test it out. So I'm going to define a main function that we can use, and let's create an array. So I'm just throwing some random numbers in here. And the neat thing about linear searches are that the array doesn't actually have to be sorted, so we can do something like 16, 15, 14, 11, and that's good. And then we'll also create a target variable to hold the value that we want to look for, and let's say we want to look for 14. And then I'll also create a result variable to store whatever the linear search function returns. So we'll do linear search, include our two parameters, our array and target, and then we'll print the result. And then I'll go ahead and call the main function and save the file. So now I'm going to bring up my terminal and we can see if it works. So Python, then the file name is linearsearch.py, and it returns 6. And then if we look here at our array, this is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 is 14, and our target's 14. So our algorithm works, and that's the linear search. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful for everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.